Welcome to the desert of the real.
What's up, y'all? What's happening?
Chilling, man. So I got a question for you. How do you feel about the Fort Wayne, Indiana mother who made her son wear a sign on the side of the highway stating, "I lie, I steal, I sell drugs, I don't follow the Lord"? Do you applaud her, or do you think she went too far with her punishment?
Well, I'm going to be a little bit different on my response than everybody else. I just don't feel humiliation and beatings work as a tactic for trying to raise your kids. Like if that, because I'm thinking like, what would I do if that happened to me? Would that make me say, damn, I better not sell drugs no more? Would it piss me off? So I think that, how old was he?
He was 14.
14. See, we gotta start doing our work before that goes down. If at the age of 14, if he's at the point where he's out there wilding, then there was a lot of stuff that wasn't done before he turned 14. So now you're going to try to make up for it by humiliating. I just don't think it works. Because you remember when the guy humiliated?
He had already been convicted of multiple felonies already too, and it's crazy.
Yeah. You remember when the guy humiliated his nephew by beating him on the internet? What happened
on Facebook, and he still died. Little brother still got caught up and got killed.
So we got to start putting in work with our children at an early age. There's people, me, I plan, if that goes down, you got to start teaching your children when they're in the womb.
No doubt.
Yeah, I hear that, brother. I hear that, brother.
I definitely
hear that.
All
of this, dramatic stuff when they turn 14 and now all of a sudden you want to lay down the law, it's not going to work. And I guarantee you that situation ain't going to work either.
Right.
No. But, she's doing what she can. I'm not mad at her, but I just think that we need to reevaluate how we do things.
Right. I agree with you, bro. So, I'm going to ask you this question. And I want y'all to answer. Could you turn the other cheek like Dr. Martin Luther King to not stoop to the level of your racial oppressor?
Well, I think the real question is, will you turn your other cheek against your own brother? Because if you can't if you can't turn your other cheek against your own brother, then hell no, I ain't turning my cheek against anybody outside of that.
Nobody's stopping me. So, yeah, I agree with you.
You know what I'm saying?
Bro,
if you're talking about...
I'll put my brother to me to try to roll up. So, yeah, I think so.
That's how I feel philosophically on that. Like, if we can't show that love and that restraint against each other, then we shouldn't be showing it against them.
I feel you.
Practice it at home, and then maybe I can believe that you can practice it. Because when you're practicing it on them, and then you coming home and a black man step on your shoe, or you ready to beat him down into the ground, then how legitimate is that philosophy? It only going to work with your oppressor, but it ain't going to work with your own people. You know what I'm saying? So, and philosophically, that's how I feel about that. Now, on a personal level, you already know the answer to that question.
Yeah, so tell me.
You slap me, I up the ante, I might break your jaw.
Hey, I feel that.
That's just the way it is. It's like if I don't want to be slapped, I don't do any slapping. If I don't want to fight, I don't do any fighting. If I don't want to be cursed out, I don't do any cursing out. I treat others how I want to be treated. That's my philosophy.
No, that's right. Exactly. I truly agree, brother. I truly agree. So so it's safe to say back in those days, you would have been the riot starter.
Oh, I wouldn't say I'd be hanging from no trees because my thing is I'm not. If you trying to take me out on that level, it's gonna be a whole lot of you going out. Ain't no easy victories over here. I don't care what system was in place, because in order for you to take me out, you got to bring your ass to me.
Right.
Which means you're willing to put your ass on the line. And then when it gets down to that, a lot of people ain't that amped up to really be violent, because it's easy to be violent against somebody that's not aggressive and violent toward you. It's easy to beat up on somebody that's showing restraint. Let's say you try that philosophy. Let's say you try that philosophy when I'm trying to take your head off.
Right.
Yeah. He talking now. That's what it is, man. You gotta preach, man. I'm with that all the way. I am with that all the way.
But I want to put it in its. I want to put Martin Luther King that philosophy or that tactic in its proper context, because I feel like Martin Luther King gave his life for the struggle, so he's above reproach as far as I'm concerned. I have nothing bad to say about Martin Luther King because he paid the ultimate price.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But in terms of the philosophy itself, I think that was more of a tactic, because a lot of this stuff was happening on camera, and a lot of this stuff was going out to the world. So he said, like if you're sitting up there and you fight these people back, then it can give them the excuse to say, well, yeah, see, they're being violent, so we're violent against them. But when you have people that's sitting there and they're not doing anything, and you abusing them, then the whole world was paying attention to what was going on. So I understand. Right. I understand what he was doing. I don't necessarily agree with it, because I don't want to put my people in a position against this beast that'll allow, because you know how brutal he can be.
Right.
And that's my only thing. I don't want to see my people get hurt. But I understand it, and I actually respect him, and his strength to do, because that takes a lot of strength. That's not a cowardly thing.
Yeah, that takes a lot of strength.
Think about it, Dad. Think about it, Dad. For you not to get hit or hit somebody back after they slap you, wouldn't that take a whole lot of strength for you to do?
Dog, that's why I commend the brother Philosophical Tie that said that he could turn the other cheek, because I know what it would take for me not to do that, man. Shoot. It takes a lot of strength and restraint not to lash back, especially at the racial oppressor at these sheep shackers. Man, listen. For real.
Like I said, and the man put his life on the line, and he paid that price working and defending us. So I feel strange even having a philosophical discussion about whether it was right or wrong. That's not my place.
Right.
Because until I can step up to the plate like he did, I need to shut my mouth.